Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching another episode at Investing with All I See is W. Today, I wanted to make another video to share with you my insights on four tickers that I feel can add value to your investment portfolio. But before I begin, I'd like to inform you that the information I'll be sharing with you should be used as guidance information only, and anytime when you make an investment decision, please do your own investment research. Let's get started. So the four companies I wanted to share with you involve Google, Advanced Micro Devices, Inovio Pharmaceuticals, and IBIO. I'll go through the four company tickers and I'll explain why I feel these companies are value add tickers to your investment portfolio. Now let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright, so ticker number one I wanted to share with you is GOOG for Google. Alright, and we are looking at a 6-month trend chart. While today the share price ended at $1,490 with a gain of $20 with an increase of 1.39%. To me, I feel like this is a value add company because when you look back at the time when it was early September, the share price was hovering at $1,700. And now the current share price is $14.90. I recall about 3 months ago I was doing day trades of Google because I feel like if you invest in a solid company that has a low risk profile on a day-to-day basis, it will likely trend upward. So the probability of actually gaining on positive proceeds day trading would be a ticker like Google. And of all the companies I day traded previously, I focused a lot on Google because I felt like it was a safe bet to go with. Alright, although what I'm saying is, it's always great to do day trades with other tickers as well, but if you're kind of new to just trying out that as an opportunity for gaining each day, tickers like Google can add value to you. And let me explain to you why, right? So here, as you can see, this is a 1 month range right here, or 1 day range as of today. And let's say at 10:36 you see that downward trend, and as you can see, there would be people here who would invest. And look, if you get that gain right there, this slope, you can potentially sell and just gain on the positive proceeds. So like from 1483 to 1497, so you're getting like $14 in share price gains depending on how many shares you buy of Google. So that's how you can actually gain in positive proceeds as well, by day trading Google. And that's one recommendation that I would like to inform you because it worked for me and I wanted to share that insight with you. All right. And what I feel is so valuable with Google is, if you think about it, most people at home right now are leveraging Google search engine as well as YouTube. Like for example, like what we're looking at here. So that's Google owned, and Google is such a big platform, and the headquarters is based in Mountain View in the Bay Area. And what I like about Google is the company always hiring top talent in order to produce the most innovative technology for the global society. So that's why I feel Google will continue to trend up. And based on the current share price, let's look at a 1-year trend chart here. So the fact that it's much lower than this peak, I feel like you're buying it at a discount, and hey, you're investing in Google, so that's a good opportunity for you to gain on positive proceeds. Next up I wanted to share with you is Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. And I previously invested in this company at the time when it was hovering at like $12. I got out at like 60. As you can see now, it's back up in the 84. It actually got up higher, like close to like the $92 here, and it's been dipping down to the 77, back up to the 84. Now the question is, will the company continue its bull run? I firmly believe that yes, because the current CEO, who is a female CEO, is just making so much great changes for this company, and that's why you see just positive return on cash flow from its balance sheet in its financial statements. And this is clearly reflected on its share price. You see the earnings per share, price to earning ratio increasing, and for that reason you see the share price hovering to a mature state now where it can compete against Nvidia, if not better. And this company has a competitive advantage based on its product lines, for example in the graphics card and the microprocessors. So that's why I feel that AMD can continue its bull run, and I wouldn't be surprised if it hovers back up to like the mid 90 range. So let's not exclude AMD for what it's currently doing and having a female CEO in place. I'd like to see more of that, and I'm sure there will be more in the future. Now, next up, I wanted to share with you is Inovio Pharmaceuticals. Most people felt like, okay, this company will continue to trend down, but you know what? It's holding its ground, right? It did have its partial clinical hold, but from how I see it, it's just a little small minor kink where it delays the manufacture about 3 weeks. But you know what? The company is working night and day right now, 80 hours per week, trying to get better, trying to figure out what the strategy is, what risk factors will be ahead of the game. So you know what? I feel Inovio is working hard, even though there is that partial clinical hold. And in fact, it may play as a benefit for the company because it can strategize to improve certain things at this time before getting into phase 2, phase 3, while other companies are just simply rushing through that. But hey, let's say once a company does get through the phase 3, that doesn't mean that all the other companies are going to shut down and there's not going to be a demand for those companies, because all these companies are depended upon, and that's how Operation Warp Speed sees it, right? They want to bring in all these companies because the intended use, basically what the product claims it's supposed to do, will work to the extent for all the variation of the patient population. And when I say that, what I'm talking about is just with different health disease states and age factors. So that's why each vaccine profile will have more of a efficacy impact based on the context of like patient profile and your type of disease state. Okay, now with Inovio Pharmaceuticals, I firmly believe that the $20 is such an easy opportunity for it to jump back up. We don't know when, but it definitely will, because we know the data is going to look solid, and I'm excited to hear back on the Asian territory just to hear what the clinical trial results are right now, and also with China potentially using the INO 4800 for its clinical studies. So as you can see, the company is expanding all across the globe, and the only setback right now is just a small little hold with the United States. But I firmly believe that with laws in place, you have Department of Defense that could potentially work with the FDA just to expedite this whole FDA hold, along with Inovio Pharmaceuticals. Okay, so that's that with INO, and I firmly believe that the share price can gain. Okay, so let's just be patient, and let's say if you're an existing investor, dollar cost averaging down is great. Or let's say if you just want to ride with Inovio like a long-term investor like me, I'm just holding it long-term and just riding the wave. Okay, now next up I wanted to share with you is a ticker that I really like as well, and it's IBIO, right? Why do I like this company? Well, you know what? Of all the companies that are working on a vaccine solution right now, right? iBio is like the only one that is leveraging plant-based technology to make its product line. And while I see that the results for the iBio 200, which is virus-like particle, and the iBio 201, which is more of a protein-based vaccine named as Licum, there's data that shows efficacy results where iBio 201 is demonstrating an increase in neutralizing antibodies, or increase in the CD8-4 and plus helper T cells in the animal studies that's being done at Texas A&M. So that just shows promising results, and I'm excited to hear where the company is at in terms of getting the investigational new drug submissions to the Food and Drug Administration, at least for the Centers of Drug Evaluation, to at least evaluate the investigational new drug application to see if it fits the profile to get into phase 1 clinical trials. So I'm excited to hear all of that information come forward, and we will definitely see the milestones take place with iBio and with its fast farm technology and its capabilities to be able to work with other companies. I do suspect funding coming from external government as well as big time companies partnering up with iBio, right? We know iBio has support from IBM to actually use its technology. So that's just great right there. Just hearing that there's that philanthropy efforts from all other companies to support iBio. And that's why I am a firm believer of iBio, and I am a long-term investor because 1, I like plants, 2, I like the CEO, and 3, this company has a purpose to enable its patients to live a healthier lifestyle with those with unmet clinical needs. All right. So that's why I like IBIO. And these are the 4 tickers I feel can add value to your investment portfolio. And I hope that Google, Advanced Micro Devices, and Novio Pharmaceuticals and IBIO has given you an outlook on my deep dive analysis on each ticker. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe below. I like to make more videos related to this content and to share with the YouTube Google community. Thank you so much for watching another episode, and you know what? We gotta win. Thank you.